Town. Towns. How? Come on, what you gonna do? Look.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Throwing to start here is Tua. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed.
Mega SSMH.
Yeah. Right down the middle.
He might be ass, but I gotta stay locked in, though. Gotta stay locked in.
Get team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A first carry for Rachaad White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They go right back to White here on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Bucs are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Mayfield now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
That's again complete to Palmer. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Stop crying to copy my defense, you bum.
Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result
Ain't
in
nobody trying to be like you, nigga. You ass.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need
That
down
nigga's
here.
ass. Ain't trying to be like you.
You're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front.
When did you start crying your safeties up?
Don't worry about all that.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with a touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. These two teams all tied after one. Off a play action, Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Running right, it's Pollard. Shoves him aside, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Swinging this out for Pollard. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, that has almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Hey, alert, 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 hurry, hurry!
They run straight ahead here with White. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Finding Otten once more.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. That's complete to Palmer. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mayfield looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Hurry, hurry! Regular. Where's that there? Oh, come on, oh, keep it up.
Now Mayfield. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively.
Yeah, my head out.
Despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, alert!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That is caught. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
1st and 10 at the 40.
40-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
First down, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Mayfield. He completes it right side to White. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mayfield now on second down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now for these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Mayfield to throw it. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Baker going to change it up. Palmer going to go in motion left. To throw, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of nice plays right in a row, and the Bucs have a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Godwin, the motion man. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, it's Tua. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a first down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry.
Edge gotta ghost eyes.
He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Oh, ghost. No ghost.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. White is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out.
He talks to me.
Shut your ass up.
Talk to me nice.
The alternative,
This nigga said
he didn't
talk
like
to
that
me.
option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They fake the handoff, now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They'll go up the middle with White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Second down, Pollard again. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. That's dumped off to Pollard. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run forward, Pollard. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down, here's White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They stay on the ground with White. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. This is Reese on the ground. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Pollard will take it up the gut. Now he's loose again, and he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Show 'em what you got. Show 'em what you got.